say when kids who weren't alive when it opened started coming up to me saying how much they loved the movie, and I saw that it kind of ironically for a time travel movie, it had timelessness. It just it existed apart from its period. It resonated with younger audiences, and that's just I just went, wow, this is gonna be around for a long time.
Yeah.
These kids like it. My kids haven't watched it, but
Really?
I don't think so. If they haven't told me about it.
They were just watching it in secret.
They're watching it in secret.
Yeah.
That question kind of goes with what she was just saying, that and I noticed it today. It really filled me up with a warm feeling that here all you guys are, half of you are dressed as other people and other characters in crazy costumes and stuff, but you're the most genuine, real people that I've ever met. I mean, I met one after another, and I just thought, these are people with their heart on their sleeves, and love what they love, and love being together, and love doing the things that they enjoy. And that's a nerd. That's what Marty is. I mean,
So Marty's a nerd, guys. One of us. One of us.
I wish I had a reel, a gag reel of how many times I got clipped by that freaking door, the DeLorean door. I just have to take after take it, but you don't whack.
Yeah.
And I do it again, and then I get inside it, and then they had all the flux capacitor and all that stuff there. And in order to drive it, I mean, it was the worst thing to drive. It had 2 gears, and I'd slam it forward, and my hand would smash into the flux capacitor. My hand would be bleeding, my head would be bleeding. And I had to clean it all up to get to the Family Ties set. And I'd be backstage at Family Ties waiting for my entrance and going, where's my camcorder? And I'm looking for props from Back to the Future. I almost called Meredith Baxter Doc. I mean, I let my mind. But I do remember getting, I mean, I seriously, if I had a clip of every time I got hit by the door, it would be like 30 seconds of whack, whack, whack. So people say, what would it take to get in the DeLorean again? I said, a lot. Well, Marty would have been, without the mentor, the doc is his mentor, and a way to channel his energy into curiosity about things, and exploration and discovery, and seeing that everything isn't as it appears to be. Like, this piece of junk can be part of this piece of junk, which can open a can of dog food. This piece of knob can do up to 11 and blow the thing. I mean, just the fact that all things are possible. Because when you're 18, 17 years old and you're in high school, I mean, a lot of things don't seem possible, and you're kind of running up against what you can't do and who you aren't and where you don't fit in. And so to have this mentor, this guy who was not like every other adult he knew, but was really special, and invited him to share his ideas and his adventures. I mean, it really, I mean, I'm sure it resonated with people that age that were looking for people to accept them as they were, and to include them in their plans.
Yeah.
If I can just say one thing about Chris, every you're all fantasy and science fiction film fans, you know that any fantasy story or any myth or whatever, it's built on certain rules. If there's magic powers, they work if this under these circumstances, or this has to happen, or you have to get the rock from the stone or whatever. So there's a lot of exposition, a lot of piping. You gotta explain that to the audience, and sometimes it's really tedious and hard to do. And Chris is such a brilliant actor that he was able to, all that stuff that he was saying as Doc, he was explaining how the film worked. He was explaining how the story worked, and made it possible for everyone to get on board and enjoy it. It's like he said, excuse me for the crudeness of this model, and it was an amazing model of the clock tower. It's the same thing. He's kind of crazy and rambling, but it all is brilliant, and he just, I've never seen an actor be able to do that in my life. I've never seen an actor as good with exposition and making it entertaining and fascinating and fun to watch. But he's a genius. Probably the first one, just because it was such an overwhelming experience. It was, like I said, doing the show and the movie at the same time, but just to step in with these amazing people, this cast and Bob and everybody, and really kind of, I mean, I was just about 5 or 6 years removed from being a kid in Canada, like, just, thinking I was gonna work on the fish docks, or join the army like my dad, or do something. And then all of a sudden I'm on a set with Steven Spielberg and Bob Zemeckis and these amazing actors doing this amazing story. And it just was one of those things where you wanted to pinch yourself, but you didn't want to wake up.
Yeah.
It just was an amazing experience.